Okay, the last time that we saw this stone, it was breaking apart in my hand. So here are the three pieces of the Chrysocolla that we have from the first cut. I'm going to turn the small piece with the small vug in it over to Ken, and he's going to turn it into a great little freeform cabochon. So stay tuned.
Here is the smallest piece of the Chrysocolla, and I'm just going to take these rough edges off on the 80 grit. Shaping the stone and doming it. It's crumbly, so it's breaking apart pretty badly, but I think I can get a cab out of it if it holds together. Making the stone even all the way around so it has an even girdle.
What's the angle that you're doing from the base to the top of the crown of the cap?
The angle that I use to make it good for setting in a bezel is a 30-degree angle there. He's got some serious crumbliness going on, so I have to be aware of that and try to minimize that as much as possible. You want to keep the stone fairly thick because of that, so that it has structural strength. It doesn't just break apart if you try to set it. Now I'm putting a back cut on the back of the stone. Working on the dome, just evening it out. Gonna move to the 280 grit soft wheel. Just keep shaping it and refining the shape. working on the edges because that's where a lot of the scratches are most stubborn. So I make sure I get the edges taken down really evenly all the way around. Continuing to watch the shape and definitely watch out for any crumbling that happens, because that isn't acceptable in the final piece to have a big crumble section. Maintaining that 30-degree angle along the edge is critical.
Well, and we're working on a small machine because this stone is less than a 5 on the Mohs scale of hardness, and so we want to work intimately with the stone, hand hold it, work on the small machine, get really up close and personal with it, because this is truly a fragile stone at that hardness.
Checking my girdle again, make sure it's even all the way around in case I missed a spot and it's too high somewhere. So it looks pretty good. I'm going to work on the back because we're going to need to polish the back. In case there's any saw cuts, you would want to check it and do it on the 280, or you've still got some tooth to the wheel. Beautiful. Moving on to the 600 grit. Such a soft stone that this takes a lot less time than it would if it was silicated like an agate. So this is a fast stone to work on. Working on the back, getting the angle. Sanding the back smoother on the 600. I'll finish doming it, make sure it's all even and smooth and no ridges. Don't want ridges in the stone because that looks uneven. You want a nice smooth dome. Move to the 1200 now. It should be finished in just a minute. Watch those edges and make sure they're really sanded well all the way around, everywhere. Keep the scratches from rearing their ugly heads. Almost done now. Need another moment or two to sand the back and we'll polish. grit now. This is the last standing wheel. Beautiful color on this stone. Really deep blue. I like it. I hope it doesn't be difficult when it's polished. Edges, buzz the bat, and it'll be done. Now I'm just going to examine it. And polish it.
You're using Zam?
This is Zam on a buff.
And Zam works really well with soft stones.
Usually.
Yeah.
Unless it's really porous, and then it makes it worse. And there we have it, a Freeform Chrysocolla Cabochon.
Good.